So, as of the previous video, we already saw how to create our first database using MongoDB, how to connect it, how to create a schema, how to create a model, and how we can insert data inside into the database, and how we can check the errors. So, in today's video, we'll do some advanced things or use some advanced queries of this MongoDB only. So, let's start with that thing. Firstly, let's update this database to something new. So we are just changing these data. So and yeah, all those things. Password, okay. Password we are changing. Now, what we'll do is that we'll try to filter some data and check it. Okay, so for that reason, we have a function called const uh, find user equal to await. Since we need to use await because of I think await user dot find. You can check it find, and inside find we'll pass it. We'll pass the things that we want to get. Like we want to means what we are trying to do is um, inside our database we inside our database we have some users uh, who are currently active, who are currently not active. So if we come to a database and check the see once, we currently here we have two data. So here one of the user is currently active, not active, and one is currently active. We can see true or false. But inside this database, there can be multiple users. Like there can be many users. For example, if you are taking a range of 10 users, maybe there might be 6 users who are currently active and the remaining 4 may not be active. But so if if we are willing, if we want to retrieve those 6 users that are already registered in our database who are currently active, we can get that through the find query. For that reason, what we are trying to do is we are creating a variable at first find user equal to await.user.find, and inside the find we'll pass that particular parameter is user is active or not. User is active. If we are trying to find those users who are not currently active, who are currently active, then we'll pass it here true. And if we are trying to find those users who are not active, then we pass here false. So since let's try with those users who are true at first. So we have passed user if user is active equal to true, and we will write that code if find user exists. Like if find user exists, because there might be also a case like if out of the 10 users all are active, they all are not active. So in that case, what we need to do is that we'll get a empty array. So for that, we need to write some code, or maybe while retrieving the data from the database, there might be some errors. Now we need to log those errors. For that reason, we are writing this kind of catch and code throw catch and throw blocks. So if find users exist, and there will come inside the try block and write console.log users retrieve successfully, and then console.log those users, that is console.log find user. Yes, inside catch we'll pass here error, and inside error we'll console.log that error. Okay, that's completed. Now let's check it here. Let's start npm start. Now you guys can check that we have created a new user whose name is only software, not dev anything. That is a new user, and we're starting the user at first. Yeah, we did npm start, and let's check the output. Okay, see, that's the complete output of this database. We'll try to explore the output one by one, once at a step. First, it is showing database is connected. This is because database is connected successfully. Then what we did that is we created a new user named as Shopto. So we have created this new user. That user is successfully created. So for that thing, it is showing this result that is user is created successfully. After that, what we are trying to do, if we check, if you see, that is we are trying to find those users who are currently active. So for that reason, and if that occurs successfully inside if find user, it will return us it will show us inside the try block users retrieved successfully. Since there are no errors successfully, so it is showing user retrieved successfully. And we are we are printing or we are trying to console the five users. So for that reason, it is returning me an array. You can see here after user successfully retrieve, it is returning me an array of two users. The first user being which we created at first, and then this user. That is, and you can check here, both the users are currently active. Here it is user is active, and here also user is active. But the user which we created previously that was false is currently not showing. So like if you can also come here and refresh the database here, and after refreshing the database, you will see there are three users now. Okay, see there are three users. One is active, the second one is not active, the third one is active, and it is showing us those two users who are currently active. So that is how. Like if you also change this, okay, if you change this to false, user is active, false, it will show you only one array only. So like I'm not changing this, like you can do all these things. Now let's try some new queries. So okay, let's try some new queries. What we can try, yeah, okay. So you can check here that when you are trying to get some data, it is returning us all those things. It is returning us it is returning all the schema, that is everything present here, like the username, the user password, the user date, time, it is active or not. But we might also want that we only want to retrieve the username and the user email only. We can also do this for the find and select query. Let's now have a practical run on how we can use this query. So again, come here inside this try block only, and okay, let's at first create a new user that is named fonts user select fonts user select find use equal to await. We need to await this function at first. Await user dot find, and inside find, after find we need to select it. Inside select we'll pass those values which we want. Like if we wanting user email, so if we like user age, we will pass user age. If we need user email, we'll pass user email. Okay, we'll pass a user email. uh, I don't know why it's showing this here, but it shouldn't show me. It shouldn't show me. Okay, I guess because of follow. Yeah. Oh, we missed a comma, sorry. User is user email. Now, if you check one thing here, it is every time we are inserting a new data, it is returning an object. It is returning an object ID. But this object ID is actually unique for every user. But we don't want to print this object ID. So for that reason, what we can do, we can do a simple minus and simply return this dot ID. Like you can check the what is name. Yeah, it was named dot id. Okay. So yeah, simply you can return this. So it was basically like that. And if you don't want, you can also not return this. If you want to do the user ID and the user email. So if we can do this, and what we will do, you will again do the simple same thing, like user selected, users select find. If the users exist, like if there is no error, then it will come in the try block, and we will console.log uh, user select find, and inside the catch block I'm sorry for the noise. There is some, I guess, protest or like something going outside my house. So I'm really sorry for the background noise. Console.log will pass error here. And yeah, it's passing the error here and also pass error as an argument. Okay, let's now run this. Let's now run this. See what's happening. Let's see. Let's create a new CD MongoDB. Okay, no need of doing this. Coming back to this thing, we can do this clear. Yeah, and after clear, we again start this npm start, and let's check this now. Let's check this. Okay, see, what we did is it is showing some error name user age is not defined. Okay, okay, this is something new I have taken. So that for that reason it is not showing that thing. It is not showing this error that the user age is there and user age is not defined at queries. Okay, fine. But I have defined it here. Here user age is defined. User age, yeah, it's defined here. Here is user age is also defined. User age is here also defined. Reference error. User age is not defined. This is something. Okay, let me try with anything else. Let me try with user. Let's try to username at first. Let's check. Username is also not defined. I think there is some error will occurring here. Maybe some syntax error. Okay, let's give this to GPT. Let's check what there is occurring and pass. Let's pass this error. Let's what is say. You're getting a reference to username because username and username being user value not on string. Okay. Do I need to do this like this? Okay. There might be some syntax error. I did some wrong, I think. I have to write like this. Let's check now. Yeah, it's okay. See, we are getting those email. We are getting the users with their only username and user email along with this ID. But now, if we want to do, we can also you can also remove this dot slash ID from here. There is something you can remove this also. So, but I'm not doing that now. Okay, so we are also getting filtering. We have done, and okay, we can do another thing is we can also sort them. But I think okay, let's try that sorting also once again. Now, what we will trying to do? We will trying to get the users in a sorted way of their ages. So for that reason, just let's sorted user sorted as a variable. Inside that we'll be doing await user dot find inside find you have to use this find sort and inside sort user age user is equal to 1. We are using 1 in order to get the answer in a ascending order, and you can also use -1 here to get a descending order. So let's take okay now if user sorted has no error, then it should come inside the try block, and we'll do a console.log of user sorted. or it should catch the error, and inside the catch dot error, it should come and write console.log, display the error whatever happened. Okay, let's go now. Let's start this and see. Let's see if there is any problem. Okay, see. There is no error. Now what you will see, first if we'll go, okay, here inside this, yeah. Till before it was is the output of what we did previously. From there you will see it is returning the data but in a sorted way. Like it is first showing the 20, then 21, 20, 20 and 21 and 20 because whatever age we have done is in a ascending order, in a descending order. But if we try to get something like in a descending order, so let's just change it. Let's give the age to be 55 and change here username to be -1. And let's try once again. Let's see what's happening. npm start. Okay, let's go. Yeah, see, it's returning again our data inside. Yeah, from here it is showing inside here. It is first, see, it is returning a data in a descending order, first 55, then 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, and at last you will find 20. So yeah, that's about the sort function. So what we learned here about how we can get the data in a sorted way, that is showing in this function. How we can get the data, but some particular schema of particular inputs of some data. How we can get data which are in some find using find. How we learned about find.select, we learned and find.sort query. And yeah, that's like the basics about MongoDB, I can say. In the next video, we'll start with a project like how we can build our own bookstore application. Till then, if you have any doubt, mention in the comment section. I will try to clear it and keep learning, keep improving your skill. Bye bye.